Transitions. I leave the orphanage in a bubble. People are talking. They are arranging lunch. We will go with Tana and her daughters and friends to a place she has selected. I let Jack ride shotgun. I have sat there for the last time on this trip. It doesn't matter how fast we go. I hardly note our many near misses on the busy highway, for I am numb. The profundity of what has happened to me eradicates all thought. I am bound by traces. I'm still unsure of what I have seen, even whether I have seen it. Bwana is anxious to hear whether I enjoyed the visit, but he has learned over the past 18 days, when I have gone inside of myself, it is best to leave me until I am ready to surface. He is patient. I prefer to stay in my cocoon as we zip through the horror of Nairobi. He can wait no longer and breaks through the fabric I have wrapped around myself. As it lies in tatters about my feet, I look up at him and ask him to repeat his question. So how did you like it? It is a rhetorical question and has no answer. How can I make this man understand if I can't grasp it myself? I take a breath, as you would tell me to do, and then I let it out slowly. I retrace my steps and take him all the way back to that day in June of 2003, the day Brother and I are sitting in my dining room. I describe my own cheetah, stretching out her forepaws and relishing in the stretch and the logo that Brother creates while I watch. Her pose comes to life on a piece of white drawing paper on a pad Brother has brought with him. Behind her profile is a grinning Maui moon. I tell Bwana how I had woven a vision from the travel itinerary and my own imagination of the cheetah bowing to me on my anniversary of sobriety. The words pour out of my mouth, for I am incapable of thought and can only relay what is on the movie screen before me. Through the haze, I notice that Bwana doesn't seem to be listening, but rather he is scrolling through the photos in his camera. I am vaguely put off that this profound experience I am relaying to him, an event that he himself has witnessed, has not held him rapt. I pour my deepest, most important thoughts out, and they puddle at his feet. I describe my fear that this was merely a vision and only happened inside of me because I wanted so desperately for it to be true. When I finish my reflections, I am silent. He looks up at me from his camera display and says, "You mean this?" He holds the display for me to see. And there I am, again in the enclosure. In front of me at my feet lies Sharon, and my left hand is under her chin. My face is slightly turned away from her, and a question is on my lips, directed at Tiva, who is bowing to me. Behind her at the far end of the enclosure stand the others around Misty, but Misty's gaze is also focused on us. I gasp. There is truly nothing left in me except what I witnessed and what has now been proven. Bwana had listened. He did grasp the enormousness of what I have told him, and this somehow completes him, for he has given me the experience I will hold in my soul and heart for the rest of my life. We go to a magical place for lunch, but I am behind a screen that no one can penetrate. I offer to buy lunch as a celebration of the magic, and everyone is appreciative. But mainly I admit to myself it is because it will make it easier when it is over, so that I can stay in my world of mist and memory. After lunch, we stop at a flea market, and the guide from the other van negotiates a price for me for a suitcase that I can check at the airport and be rid of the heavy luggage that has now become an unwanted burden. From the melee that is the streets of Nairobi to the luxury of the Safari Park Hotel, I speak only when I need to. Once we reach the opulent hotel, I realize we are truly back in civilization. The hotel staff thinks they are better than us Americans and are rude. The other ladies arrange for massages while I retreat to my room to pack my clothes for the last time and prepare mind and body for 18 hours in the air. I lovingly set aside your Duma Safari's hat, as I have done on each leg of this trip, and pack it last, protecting the bill and reliving the night that started all this. Sleep is impossible, so I don't even try. I walk the grounds and stumble into the lobby where Bwana is making a deal between Mark and Donnie and his contact in Nairobi for some top-grade tanzanite. I vaguely remember viewing the stones that would normally have brought forth my astonishment in their perfect cut and unparalleled color. "They're beautiful, congratulations," is all I can manage, and wander off to continue my massacre of time. I am anxious to get home to you and to tell you what has happened here today and throughout my trip, but I know I have a day and a night and another full day to use up before I am in your arms. It is finally 7 o'clock, and we load our luggage for the last time in the minivans and climb aboard for our final dash to the airport. I am hoping that it will not become the death-defying adventure that it does. It is now dark and Saturday night, and the citygoers clog the narrow pathways on either side of the crowded highway. The cars are bumper to bumper, and as I glance about, I notice that the sides of nearly every car and bus are scarred and scraped. The force field I had witnessed in Arusha has not been activated here in Nairobi, and we are at risk. More at risk are the people who weave in and out through the traffic that creeps then careens when there is space enough. These people have taken their lives into their own hands, and a role reversal has happened with the shotgun seat. Now Jack and I fight over the seat because neither of us wants it. As if to punctuate this thought, a scream explodes from Jack as we narrowly miss a woman crossing in front of us. I am glad I have the back of his seat in front of me. My eyes travel to the fire extinguisher hanging from its bracket above me, directly behind Jack's seat. I notice how it is tied with twine to keep it secure, and in an instant relive the moment when it had fallen only a fraction of a second after I'd moved my bare foot from directly beneath it. It weighed a good 8 pounds and would have broken my foot. And then we are at the airport. This is the last time I see Bwana, as he helps us free our luggage from the van and gives us all hugs and handshakes. There is something I want to say, but the words are not there. And then we are sucked onto the conveyor belt and again experience the laying on of hands. I breeze through without incident while the others are harassed and hassled. I wander around in my daze and continue my slaughter of time until we finally board that jet that will take us back to World 1 and you.